Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the perfect B execute on Nuke ST in CS2. I hope you enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. By the way, we are doing free giveaways every month. In these giveaways, you can win various CS2 skins and free CS2 course access passes created by a Faceit level 10 coach who has experience in high tier CS2 teams. To sign up, simply visit the CS2 Pulse giveaway page and follow the instructions. Link is in the description. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So let's talk about the execute itself. The execute is gonna be a split from secret and from ramp. So you can position yourself in two ways. You can rather go 4 towards outside and commit towards secret, and then one of you just quickly commits towards ramp as well, or you can do it another way around if 3 of you go towards outside, cross towards secret, and 2 of you go towards ramp. It's really up to you. It doesn't have a huge difference. However, in my opinion, you can always go 4 towards secret because it's slightly better just in case, since you might have way more duels towards secret than you will have towards ramp, because as these two players, the main priority of them will be towards lurking, because they're just gonna lurk through the entire ramp until the ramp player stops focusing towards ramp and focuses towards B side. Only then can you focus towards ramp and go push. That's why in my opinion it doesn't really matter which split are you gonna do. However, keep in mind that there can be more players going towards ramp than there are players going towards secret. That's why I recommend always going 3 outside, 2 ramp, or 4 outside and 1 ramp. Now let's talk about the execute itself. So for the outside players, they have a lot of utility that they can use and they can vary it every round. For example, if they want to just smoke cross and just cross towards secret safely, then they can only use 2 smokes. They can smoke the cross from the single position. One of their teammates can drop you a smoke and you can just quickly throw 1 smoke aiming at the edge of this window, then jump throwing, and then looking at the second from the left connection that connects the wire to the wall, and then just jump throw as well. And both of these smokes land and create a perfect cross towards secret from outside. If you want to smoke off the cross from hell and then also smoke garish, you can do it from a single position. You can stand here and you need to find this white mark against the concrete floor, and then if you want to smoke the cross from blue, then you can just aim in not the first but the second from the first pillar that connects this slide pipe, and then you just look at the pipe and just left click throw. This smoke bounces off the gray box and covers this area, so no one from hell or behind this area can really spot you. The only position that they can see you from is gonna be this area from heaven, but with the cross smokes combined, they won't be able to see you at all. And if you want to smoke main as an extra, because when you cross out here you don't have anything smoked, you can also do that by standing in the same position exactly and then looking in this further vent on top of the further building, and then you just go up until it intersects with this wire and then you left click throw. This smoke lands in the middle of garage and covers the entire garage fully, and then you have a safe cross towards secret. Now let's say you combine all of these smokes, then you will be using all 4 of your smokes for this execute, and in my opinion it's not a bad idea. You can definitely do it because it's very easy to throw these smokes. You can do it really quickly and it doesn't require a lot of skill to do them. That's why it's a very good strat if you want to use out all 4 of these smokes. However, if you do, then your only player who will have the smoke left will be the solo player who will be going towards ramp. That's why if you want to extract one of these smokes, then I suggest not using this one. However, if you want to use this one, then you might not need to use the cross smokes. However, then you will be visible towards main, so it becomes really tricky. So in my opinion, that's why I wouldn't recommend using this smoke unless you want to go towards main somehow. However, then it doesn't become a B execute really. That's why I'm not going to discuss further more about this strat. However, as I said, you can use the smoke. It's just not as effective as the cross smokes and the main smokes are. So again, once you've thrown both of these smokes and then you quickly smoke main as well, then you can safely and easily run towards outside after all of these smokes land. You can also throw in extra flashes above this disc wall and then quickly peek out, and the only positions that you will need to check are going to be this corner and this left corner against the silo, and then you can safely and easily cross towards secret like so, and then you have a good control over the entire position. You can quickly cross with your team. You have to clear a lot of angles. You can clear this position, you have to clear vents, the double door side, because this position is very common for a lot of CTs. They love to hold it. They also love to just jump spot this area as well and stand out with the nade, and if they spot you, they instantly throw the nade. So keep in mind for these positions, and make sure to also clear the left side of the vent as well. And if you want to be extra, after these cross smokes are thrown, one of you can just stand behind while the other teammates just quickly cross towards secret. So you just hold the flank. You can jump up this yellow box, for example, and just hold the angle like so, and with that you have a clear flank position so no one flanks you. Once you have this control, your main priority should be closing vents and closing both of these areas. Once you do, your teammate from ramp can quickly focus towards this area and go towards ramp. With this position, he can catch a lot of CTs off guard if they're rotating from heaven, or even if they're rotating from lobby and just trying to clear this position fully. They love just to push without hesitating at all, and they might not expect you standing in certain corners. That's why, as a T who is going towards ramp, you should constantly shift if you want the best execute and to deal the most effective damage. You should always just stay quiet, don't make any noise, don't shoot anything, don't make any contact with any CTs, and just hold the angles so no one pushes you out. And keep in mind that sometimes CTs love to push out ramp, so keep in mind for that. In my opinion, the best position to hold is this one. However, it's also a bit risky if the CTs from lobby decide to push. So in the start of the round, you can just play really passive if you want. You can even just stay on the CT side like so, or if you want and you can run really early, you can also quickly run and shift down here and then position yourself in this corner, for example, or just simply stand on the right corner. However, keep in mind that your weapon might be sticking out depending on what weapon you have. If it's an AK, then the CTs might spot you if they're pushing towards ramp. That's why there are several angles that you can play out. In my opinion, still the best position is rather this corner or this corner, but you shouldn't throw any nades in general. And as I said, when your teammates get into the control of double doors and single doors and they take control of vents, then the ramp player can instantly shift towards this area and try to catch lurkers off guard, and then he can flank them. If they drop down towards ramp, he can quickly catch them off guard, kill them instantly, and then you have a lot of control. You have the ramp control, you have the double doors, window, single door control, and then you have an ideal execute towards B side. If you want some extra utility towards secret, you can definitely use some flashes to peek out this position. You can throw this ideal flash if you stand in the middle of the door, look at this spot on top of the ceiling on the secret position, and then move more to the left slightly, and then left and right click throw at the same time. It has a good pop out flash so you can peek out really safely, and it blinds a lot of positions because even the CTs who are jumping are gonna get blinded, and if they're standing further away, then it can also blind them, and if they're standing close, it also blinds them. However, this flash does go out a bit long, so keep in mind for that, but it is a very good flash, so you definitely can use it if you want to quickly peek out towards the position of double doors. You can also quickly molly the position if you want, if you just throw it against this wall, aim more to the right so it bounces off better, and you just throw it like so. It covers out the entire double doors position like so. And if you want, you can also just throw a nade aiming at the same position like so, or if you want a more deeper nade towards the left side where the double doors are more, you can go more to the left slightly and bounce it off this area so it bounces off more in the middle and deals a lot more damage towards the double door players. Once you have the control of window and double doors, you can also molly in ramp if you want. You can quickly molly it off, bouncing it against this wall and mollying this side so no CT can just peek out and hold this angle towards double doors and hold the position from single door. And to molly off this position, you can also do it from window if you just stand in the left corner and bounce the molly off this area of the entry door. Quickly throw it like so, it bounces off similarly as this one, and it covers off the both positions fully as well. So if you want to throw them, you can throw them with your teammate. When one throws this one, you can also throw this one, And instead, if you also want a molly dark, you can just simply throw it against this dark blue shade. Just throw it up, it fully covers the dark position, and it's a very good molly as well. If you want to throw an extra flash to peek out window if none of your teammates are going through single door, then you can also do it if you just aim above this side of the window, above this red line, and then you run until your crosshair hits the red line. You can just left click throw it and it bounces off very nicely through the window and blinds off a lot of CTs who are rather camping towards dark or camping towards backside on top of the scaffolding or in default in general. It's a very good flash and I definitely recommend you use it. It even blinds off any CT who is standing in this area or in ramp if he's holding towards double doors this side. If you want to peek out double door, you can also do a flash combo if you stand in the left corner where this red box is and aim at the bottom left of this white and blue sign. You can just throw the flash and then after that you instantly open the door. It's a very good pop out flash. You can definitely do it, however keep in mind that when you open the door you will be visible to this angle, so if a CT is holding you with an AWP, you might have some casualties. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. This was how to do a perfect B execute on Nuke as a T in CS2. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment down in the comments below on what you want us to do next, and I'll see you in the next video.